I was running low on baby formula for my twin boys. So yesterday I went to 20 stores in 5 different cities looking for a 1-month supply of baby formula. Oh my God, I had a couple of rules. First, I was not gonna buy anything hypoallergenic or specialty. Gotta leave that on the shelf for moms that actually need that. Second, I was not going to use any kind of big box membership, no Costco, no Sam's Club. I just wanted to hit regular pharmacies and regular grocery stores to try to get an idea of real world baby formula inventory levels. And finally, I was only gonna purchase a 1-month supply of baby formula. I think a 1-month supply would get us through the worst of it, and I only wanted to go out and do this one time. If I found more than a 1-month supply, I was going to leave that on the shelves for other mothers. Be sure to stick around until the end of the video where I will talk about how much money I spent if I was able to find a 1-month supply of baby formula, what the inventory levels are like out there, and a couple of tips and tricks to help you find baby formula for your family. Enjoy. Store number 1, Whole Foods. I wasn't really expecting there to be a lot of stock here because it's not really that kind of store, but I just wanted to check it out to see what was going on. The formula that remained on the shelves was all special need formula. We had some lactose-free soy-based. We had a lot of toddler drinks that aren't appropriate for kids under 12 months old. And the 2 items that I could have purchased were out of stock. Prices were between $30 and $35 per container. So that would be like 1 day's worth of formula for me. So yeah, not much luck there. Let's go to the next store. Store number 2, Walmart. Shelves are bare except for a couple of things I think I could make work. I said I'm not gonna buy any of the hypoallergenic or any of the specialized formulas, which is most of what is on the shelf right now. But I do think I can make this one work. So I'll buy one of these and leave some on the shelf for other people. And then there was one other, it says for frequent spit ups, this added rice formula, but it is milk-based powder. So I think I'm gonna buy one of these because this doesn't say it's for, premature babies or anything like that. And so far it's looking pretty sad, but I'm gonna buy one of these, one of those. There is a 5-unit limit at Walmart right now. Shelves are pretty bare here, but I was able to find 3 of one of the formulas that I can use. They don't have the Gentle-Ease, but they do have this one, the NeuroPro. I had bought a 4-pack of this on Amazon probably about a month and a half, 2 months ago, just in case, and I'm glad I did. Those packages will last me 2 days. So right there is 6 days worth of formula, which is a win. This is the 3rd store, one of our local grocery stores, and I'm very surprised that there was my formula, or at least one of my formulas on the shelf. All right, let's go to the next store. $47.99. Another store, empty shelves. They do have 12.4 ounce containers of Gentle-Ease and of the NeuroPro, but they're very expensive, and I think we're gonna save that as a last resort kind of item. Definitely out of stock here as well. They do have the allergy formulas and the specialized formula. Every store I've gone to does seem to have some of that in stock, so I'm happy to see that people are leaving those behind for kids that actually need to drink that particular type of formula. I didn't realize it was gonna take as much time to get all of this done. I was able to hit 4 stores in my area, and it is now 12:40, and I need to head over into my next city. I need to drop these kids off with their aunt so that I can hit more stores even faster. So let's head to the next town. Now that we've got the boys dropped off with their aunt, I'm gonna head over to small town America, Byron, Illinois, to see what we can find there. All right, guys, pretty depressing here in Byron, Illinois. I hit 3 stores, Felker's, Country Market, and Snyder's Pharmacy, and there was not much to choose from. At Felker's, they had 3 brands available. Some of them were plant-based, one of them was a specialty formula, and the other one was one I think I could have used, but it was really expensive, so I skipped that. The next place I stopped was Country Market, and they had everything locked up. They did have more variety, and they actually did have some things that I could have used. They had concentrated Enfamil, NeuroPro. They had bottles of the formula that I got earlier today. But again, very, very high prices, and I kind of want to leave this formula behind for people that actually live in this town since it is so small. Finally, I stopped at Snyder's Pharmacy. They do not have any formula, and the people that work here were saying that they haven't had formula for a while. So yeah, small town America, at least this town, is definitely suffering heavily from this baby formula shortage. All right, so we hit the 3 places I wanted to hit in Byron. Now we're gonna head into Rockford and see if we have any luck in a larger town. Shopping here in Byron took about 38 minutes. I'm going to include the drive time to Rockford in the Rockford shopping portion of the timer. Let's go. At another grocery store, the first one in Rockford. This is the first of a few schnooks that I'm going to hit. They do have a few liquids, so I'm gonna buy one of those, and then I'm gonna check up front and see what they have. Everything powder-wise is gonna be up front. That seems to be a trend around here. They are not leaving it on the shelves, which is fine. Let's go take a look. Walgreens, also empty. On to the next store. All right, we're at our first Walmart in Rockford, and this place is just completely decimated. There is not a single available formula that I could use, and there's not even any of the hypoallergenic or the sensitive ones either. So we need to go to the next store. At our first Target of the day, and shelves are almost empty, I was able to find some of the Inspire by Enfamil, but it is $40 a container. That's insane. That's insane, but I'm gonna get 2. I'm gonna leave a couple on the shelf for another mom, and we're gonna soldier on. I changed my mind and decided to go with 3 because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find more formula, and it's only getting worse. Second Schnucks, and this place is almost completely out. They had a list of a few bottles that they had available, but I decided to just leave that for the people that really need it, and we're gonna head on to the next store. All right, guys, another store, another set of empty shelves. This is the first of 2 Meijers I'm going to hit today, and they have some hypoallergenic formulas and a couple of other specialty formulas, but no regular formula. Mission success. I was able to get 2 12.5-ounce canisters for $35. Expensive, I know, but 2 of these little cans will last me about a day and a half. And if shit really hits the fan, then that's a day and a half that my kids can eat. There was a limit of 2, so I got 2. On to the next store. We have made a giant loop, and we are now in Machesney Park, which is the 4th city of the day. We're gonna hit a few over here, but right now we're going to stop into our second Meijer of the day and see if their shelves are as bad as the first Meijer we went to. Let's go. Another store with basically empty shelves, but I was able to find some of their Meijer's brand. It's like the Enfamil NeuroPro. So this is a giant container. This is 35 ounces. I'm allowed to buy 2. There was 4 on the shelf. I took 2, and then another customer just took the other 2. 35 ounces, let's see, that's gonna be 2 days, a little over 2 days worth of food. So I've just got 4 days of food in my cart. But as you can see behind me, The rest of the shelves are pretty much bare. There is a lot of the hypoallergenic and the specialty formulas. I am very happy again to see that. People aren't just taking that to feed their babies, you know, leaving it on the shelf for the moms that actually need it. So, all right, I'm gonna check out here and head to the next store. And guess how much it was? $25. That's super, super cheap. This was the best find I've found all day. Super excited. I never thought I would be this excited about baby formula. Sad. Okay, onward. The next stop, Walgreens. I was able to find Similac. Just basic advance. I was able to get 2 of these. That was the limit. And what was the price? 40 bones. This is about a day and a half's worth of formula. So there is some still out there, but it's getting harder and harder to find. I just spoke to a mom of a 10-month-old baby, and she's looking for Enfamil liquid, and I have not seen that anywhere. Her son does not like the powder. She's talking about weaning him off because it's so hard to find. I tried to steer her in the right direction as far as, like, you know, where to find liquid formula, but craziness. This is insane. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of in the beginning of the pandemic in 2020 when you could not find hand sanitizer anywhere. Like anywhere. Except this is different because this is feeding my babies and it's like life or death at this point. Huge score here at my second Target. I was able to get 4 of the big Enfamil NeuroPros. That's huge. This will feed my kids for 2 days, so that is a solid week plus a day of food. Yeah. The shelves at the next Schnucks that I'm at look deceptively full, but when I checked up front, they only have the AR formula left in powder. But I was able to get this. This will feed 1 boy for 1 day, and I'm able to get 5. So I consider that a win.
I gotta see it.
Oh man, CVS for the win. I'm telling you, I'm actually doing 5 cities today. This is Loves Park, technically another suburb of Rockford. And I've had more luck in Machesney Park and Loves Park than I have had in Rockford, Byron, or near me. So I need to calculate what I have so far, but I was able to get 6 of the 12.5 ounce containers at the CVS. Since I have 2 babies, they were very generous, and I love that. All banding together. Guys, I am so freaking tired. But worth it. Definitely worth it. If you're a mom out there, I would say if you can, leave your kids with somebody and do this on your own, because lugging the kids in and out of the car was really hard. But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So I'm really interested to see if this formula shortage gets worse. Like I said, I had read an article saying that it might be the end of July before everything kind of gets back to normal. Does that mean that it's going to get worse before it gets better up until then? Or is it going to be okay and I'll be able to find my formula? Or will my Amazon shipment start again? Who knows? Who knows? That was a crazy day of shopping. With 6 hours and 20 minutes of straight shopping time, I was able to hit 20 stores in 5 different cities in Northern Illinois. Overall, I'm gonna say the formula inventory levels are bad. I would say 70 to 95% out of stock. Prices were definitely inflated. I was able to find a couple of deals, but I paid about 25% more on formula than I normally would. There are definitely purchasing limits at each store. The purchasing limits that I experienced were 2 to 5 units per customer, and at a few stores they were allowing WIC customers to purchase more than a non-WIC customer. As far as allergy formulas versus regular formulas and the availability of both, at almost every store I went to, I was able to find allergy formula, like hypoallergenic, soy-based, specialty formulas. Almost all the stores had a few of those on the shelf. which isn't surprising because they've been flying in more of that. They've really been focusing on the specialized formulas for people. The regular formula situation, though, is pretty dismal. I had a hard time finding a lot of regular formula, and that's going to need to ramp up because the vast majority of babies are eating regular formula. That being said, I was able to make a purchase at 11 out of the 20 stores, and at 6 out of the 20 stores, I was able to make a large volume purchase, which I would consider at least 5 days worth of formula to feed my boys. Was I able to get my 1 month supply of formula? The answer is yes. I was able to get a 30 to 33 day supply of formula at a grand total cost of $758. Typically, a 1 month supply of formula, when there's not a crisis going on, would be around $600-ish. So definitely spending a lot more than I normally would. As far as some tips and tricks for you to find formula for your family, I would say, first of all, be persistent. You know, I was able to hit 20 different stores and I was able to get my 1 month supply. So formula is out there. You just have to search for it. I would say call ahead to as many pharmacies and grocery stores as possible so that you don't have to actually run to all of these stores. Maybe they'll be able to set it aside for you. Another note is to be kind to the store employees. You're going to get so much further with honey than vinegar, and these people, you know, can help you get formula. So be as kind as possible, as friendly as possible, and hopefully that will help you get some more formula. Finally, couple of things. Don't hoard formula. Buy, 2 weeks to a month and a half's worth of formula. There's no need to purchase like 3 months of formula right now. The formula shortage should be pretty much, I don't want to say gone, but it should be not so bad starting at the end of July-ish at the latest, hopefully. And also try to leave the allergy stuff on the shelf for babies that actually need to eat that particular type of formula. I mean, I get it. If that's all that's on the shelf and you've gone to 10 stores, you're going to have to buy some of it because if your baby eats regular formula, they can eat that too. But by and large, really try to avoid purchasing that formula. I was able to get a 1 month supply of regular formula. So it's out there. It's just going to take a lot of searching. Another thing, I found that on Costco.com, if you have a Costco membership, that you can order formula through them. I did not check my local warehouse yet to see if they had any in stock. Oh my gosh, my kids are crying. I didn't check the local warehouse to see if any was in stock in store, but I did see that I could order a 2-pack of 20-ounce Gentle Ease for about $42. So that is an option if you do have that big box membership. Finally, guys, I recognize that I am in a privileged position where I am able to drop my kids off with family, hit 20 stores in 5 different cities, and spend $750 doing so. I realize that most people are not going to be able to do that. I am very lucky, and I just wanted to create this video to hopefully encourage you, give you some hope, give you some tips, and show you the state of what the inventory levels are now. I have my supply, my 30-day supply. I think I'm going to be able to make it through at least the 3rd week of July with my twins, and I am not purchasing any more formula. I probably will go out in the next couple of weeks just to check inventory levels again and see, is it getting better? Is it getting worse? I don't know. Finally, before I go, this shortage has shined a light on, a large national security crisis. You can't just not be able to feed babies. And when you only have 3 major manufacturers of baby formula in the United States and you don't allow imports for the most part, legislation has created a really big problem here. Granted, they are really trying to work on it, Operation Fly Formula and all that jazz. But going forward, we need to think about, our priorities as a nation. We got to keep our babies fed. This is the United States of America. The fact that we have a formula shortage here is really depressing. And there's a few things that can be done. We need to increase the number of formula manufacturers. We need to allow imports of formula from our neighbors. Typically, we don't do that. I know that they have loosened the restrictions thus far for this formula shortage, but that needs to stay that way. You know, we need to be able to get extra formula in. And also the WIC restrictions where moms can only purchase a certain type of formula. I recognize right now they're waiving those restrictions, but that should be waived all the time. Mom should be able to purchase what they can purchase. You know, it shouldn't be like just one brand. That's silly. So there's lots of things that can be done. I would say stay hopeful, get out there, be kind, don't hoard, and we're going to get through this together, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like so that other people on YouTube can find it and it can hopefully help them. And if you enjoyed this video, I don't typically make videos about baby formula. This was just a special one-off, but I do have a channel. My channel is all about my life with my twin babies who are crying their heads off right now. I need to go. And, you know, just life with twins, review videos, things like that. So I will link a video of my solo daytime with 6-month twins right here. And I will link one of my review videos right over here so you can take a look at my other content. And if you enjoy it, we would love for you to subscribe so you can join our community and hopefully enjoy more videos. So we will see you next time.